All right. Olympia is the current hot location. The problem is I don't think I want to play this version of Nico. Like, I feel like there's other things I'd rather do with her. Surge isn't bad. We can go Awesome Andy over here for now. Let's see this. I don't mind an extra... With a lot of the cards that I currently have, do I care much about this bit? I could just go Quake. It could be playing... Awesome Andy here into like a Rhino here, I think. Let's see this, and then we're gonna have to check the... I think I'm going in the left lane next. Or no, I think I'm gonna play Quake over here. I'll play Quake here, go Merlin here. I think that's really good. I'm gonna snap. I should have snapped before then, but it's fine. Definitely should have snapped before this, but we do get to force them into basically playing cards into Lechugila. Polymorph currently, okay. White Tiger. I go White Tiger, and then I think I just... What if I just go Mega Sentinel instead? Top card is either Mobius or Cersei currently. So if I play this, I've got a 50% chance to get the card I want here, which is a big deal. Let's activate, and then we're going to go Nico. Yeah, let's do this. That's a lot of points we're currently putting down. Awesome Andy giving some points onto Rhino and Merlin. Nice for us here. Sarah. Okay. Cersei in this lane. We then go Polymorph here into Omniversal Presence here. That's what we do. Let's see this go through. White Queen isn't helpful. Oh my gosh, all they have are rocks currently. We do get to turn off the top card of their deck. That's a big deal. Or whatever card that was. Wow, that's... Okay, this is potentially a great high roll that I really, really love, and I really love it, I think. And we got extra points for Merlin, Captain Carter, Sebastian Shaw. Oh my gosh, did this turn off like a... Tell me this turned off a Surfer. Tell me this turned off a Surfer. Oh my gosh! Wow! We turned off a Surfer. Legitimately, Cersei won us the game right there. That's all Cersei. That's legitimately just Cersei right there. That's so good. I wish I could say that was really well planned. You can't plan with Cersei, but listen, the RNG mommy would never do me wrong. That's just such a great setup. That just worked amazingly. Wow. Yeah, we just got the whole 9 yards there. Cersei was amazing there. We got a lot of extra points with that location. Yeah. And legitimately, the polymorph, like literally all the transformations just went perfectly. Maximus was a great card to get because that's actually, I think, probably the most amount of points we could have gotten right there. With a 2-drop? I think so. And then Cersei giving them the Eliath turned this, like, that's just insane. Wow. All right, let's go in the next one. All right, it's clobbering time. We can still just play the Hood down, sure. I mean, so Hood, Awesome Andy, White Tiger. We've got a lot of cards we really just like to be able to just transform with Cersei, which is really great here. I've run a few different, so it actually took me a bit of time to figure out this exact pile of cards. I was running a version that used Misery with a lot of these on reveals, but it just felt really awkward. I also had like Viv Vision in there, and that just, I don't know, felt like there was a lot of awkward things that it was trying to do, and it didn't feel great. This kind of brings it a lot more narrow and focuses your points directly into the deck itself here. Icebox is rude with the demon. Sure. Mobius is fun, though. Not for them, but for me. I'm going to go Mobius here. And that's it. I don't care about the Nico draw, too, here. Especially with Olympia being a hot location right now. Lady Sif, Apocalypse. So probably this isn't going to matter here. But it does mean that the Icebox does at least help us. I guess it does matter a little bit for the Icebox. Let's go... Huh, I could turn this location off. And I don't hate that. I can go... Nico here. Awesome Andy here, Merlin here, and I think that's a really solid setup currently. What do we have over there? Mojo World. Oh, wow, that's amazing. We can even do some sneaky things and quake that location away on the final turn or so. We could even quake it mid. The quaking it mid is real, actually. Yeah, I actually kind of love this idea. Although the problem is I don't know if I'm going to have enough. I could once in future. We can once in future. I can play Rhino, Demon, once in future. I love this setup. Let's do it. This feels really good. I think we can... We're basically just going to try to toss the Mojo World on the final turn and then win with a lot of points in the right lane, if possible here. Let's see this go through. Now they're going to be like, oh my gosh, they locked themselves out of a certain amount of power in the middle lane. Now I've got it. And then I'm going to be like a 180 fake out, you know, with the... Ooh, I don't love a potential Proxima. Can we not get Proxima, please? Don't give me don't play Proxima. Don't have Proxima. Don't have Proxima. Don't have Proxima. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Ah, you did it. Dang it. So they've got priority currently, which is a little bit annoying. I mean, all I'm doing now is I'm going to go Omniversal Presence to put 2 points here. Actually, I'll do Activate, Quake, Omniversal, White Tiger. Yeah, they didn't expect they're not expecting that change, which is a really big deal. Oh, that's so good. We just completely destroyed their plan. And now, we get double boosters. Give me extra rewards, Ben Brode, for absolutely killing it this game. Now, Awesome Andy wasn't incredible, and we didn't do the Cersei stuff there, but at the same time, that's still just additional points of power on the board, and I'm not complaining about that. We even tied them mid, by the way. Really fun stuff. Wow, that's fun. All right, all right. That feels cool. That feels a lot of fun. I'm down. Let's keep going. Camartage is interesting. I can just play the hood there for now. I like that bit. We can just put some, we can just put 2 of the demons over there, or get 2 demons from there. We'll see. Fisk Tower. I mean, so I do have Cersei, which is a big deal. And actually, so I can now go Mobius here. Or no, Mobius probably won't be in that lane. I can't win that lane. I'm not playing for it. I'm playing... Oh my gosh, I snapped though. Because they never expect me to play a Mobius in the right lane. They don't expect that. They don't expect my Mobius in the right lane here. Ever. I think we're going... Are we going Omega Sentinel? I think we are. Okay. And what we can even do here is, I guess it maybe, it's a shame I don't want to play, I don't think the best choice is to play these new cards, because I want to stop myself from getting Red Guardian, and stop them from doing like a Frigga thing. So I'm just going to play Red Guardian to turn off the Victoria hand. That just feels like the correct choice. Yeah. Okay. As you can see, I've lost a little bit trying to figure out what deck I wanted to play with these cards. Oh yeah, this is the deck we're playing with these cards. White Palace is going to give them my Cersei. And I get a Toxin, means they're probably bouncing, which is going to be interesting. I don't know how much I love it, but again, I can just kind of bring back the hood and do it again, which isn't atrocious. We'll see. I don't know how much I actually love it, but it's move bounce in particular. That's a good thing to note. And again, it is a way to like get rid of the hood, so it's definitely not bad. Limbo. Now we can turn it off because we have Merlin. Although Surge means that this is just the card I'm playing here. I think I'm playing Surge in this lane, which might sound weird, but I'm okay with like bringing it back into my hand and like resetting stuff here. I still have a Red Guardian I can play next turn, and I think I'm going to play that over here on Madam Web's location. I think that's the correct play, and I might even be able to do some fun stuff with Hala next turn. I'm going to snap on the fact they don't have anything currently going on. I'm then going to play Quake here, Toxin here, and then Demon here, to then destroy everything at the White Palace. Yeah, this is a very big deal. I haven't played my Merlin yet, which is another really great card. They're snapping me back. Are they planning on like bringing everything back in the middle lane? We're killing the Sparky. Sorry, Sparky. But, let's see. Iron Fist, Human Torch. Cool. So they do still get to do that stuff. So Sparky's fine, I guess, and maybe it doesn't matter. We'll see. I do get to still play Quake here. Surge gets to do that stuff. Toxin brings 2 cards back into my hand. And I'm also putting down the Demon in order to put down the dog. Sorry, that's a bad joke. That's such a bad joke. I'm sorry. Cut that. That's cut. Cut that, editor. I don't have an editor. It's just me, but I'm not cutting it. God, I'm such a bad person. Anyway. I'm going to play Merlin here. Hood and Surge. I think this is the play here. I potentially want the ability to be able to change this location and just throw them off a little bit and not let them know if this is going to be the final turn. I think that's going to matter, hopefully, a lot. The fact that they've got... I do have Omniversal Presence. Is it just that? Because I can just go... I feel like I don't want Omniversal Presence here. At least not this location. Do I? I feel like, legitimately, I just get more points if I go... I think I'm playing Mobius because they might have a beast. Into White Tiger. Although next turn I can only play 2 cards, and I don't love that. Only 2 cards next turn, that it might mean that I'm playing Cersei here. And then Omniversal Presence here. I think it's just that, actually, yeah. They don't know whether or not I'm going for a full thing, and they're only playing 2 cards, which makes me feel pretty good about what I'm doing. Don't think they were expecting us to go for this play. Yeah. Remember when I said I don't think they were expecting it? They weren't. It's a 50-50 shot, and I think I did the correct choice by what I did. Because they did have an Iron Fist they could have also played next turn, so that felt pretty good. I like it. This is proactive disruption. A lot of really good cards. And I'm going to be honest, we're not using the new cards a whole lot, but we are getting value out of them. Legit. Just maybe not crazy amount. Let's keep going. Lasher doesn't feel good here. However, we do have both Ozymandias and Omega Sentinel in hand right now. We can do some fun stuff here. Why did they go for the whole cyberpunk? I know it's like Visions of the Future is the name of this season, but why are they putting like a bunch of cyberpunk? Like, I don't think any of these characters are getting like just normal variants. I think everything, even in data mines, is just only cyberpunk. Which, I don't know, maybe it's fine. It just also seems a little weird to me. Moira X. Oh, and there's a glitch right now with Moira. I can click on this to see what their opening hand is. It was Moira, Deadpool, and X-23. Oh my gosh, that's an amazing opening hand. That's a really good opening hand, legitimately. I can't do anything about it, so we're just gonna let that happen. I'm playing Mobius now. We wait for a second to figure out what else we're doing here. I also feel like they are likely to do a Killmonger at some point soon. They're gonna get second X-23, second Deadpool, and second Moira. Nico into Carnage. So so Moira copies each of those three, which again, it's a glitch that we currently know that. They, I think they said it's a glitch. I thought it was a glitch. Is it not a glitch? I feel like it's a glitch. Did I read this? Yes. It's unintentional. They flagged it so they know to look for it in future updates. I knew it was a glitch. I'm glad I got that right. Surge here. Do we want Surge? Like, what else do we gonna play on this game? I don't know if we are playing a whole lot currently. I think it's Omega Sentinel's just better value currently. I would like them to get rid of this, or to play like a Killmonger. Them, with this setup for a board, it does feel like this is a Killmongering turn. We'll find out in a second. Or we won't. Fair enough. It's points. I'm not complaining. Let's keep going. All right. So with Rhino in hand, Rhino over at Aunt May's could be a legitimate strategy here. And also, if we put it there, it's 8 points of power, which might mean that that's a good location for us to be able to, I think, or mess with them. If they're playing Korg, they'd most likely have Terrax. And this makes it difficult to win all three locations with Terrax here. So, yeah, now they're only winning, if anything, one. I lose Ooh, I don't love losing Cersei here. Let's go Awesome Andy in this lane. It's Viv Vision. I'm gonna just Red Guardian Viv. Am I? Yeah, I am. I don't think I care. I think I just want to Red Guardian her. I just would like that not to be a great card for them. The less value I can give them, I think, in these cards is going to be what's important. Viv Vision now is nothing, and now Terrax means that, oh my gosh, they just shuffled one rock into their own deck, and that's it. That's so amazing. Oh my yes. Oh my yes. And if I go on a legitimate front, does Quake help us at all? I don't think Quake actually does much for us here. I'm playing Hood here. Surge here. Quake here. They've got rocks, or they've got, not Rockslide, who am I thinking of? They've probably got a, who's the big guy? Darkhawk. Darkhawk would probably do well for them. But is it gonna do well enough, legitimately? If I play, I've got 6 cards in my hand right now, or 6 cards in my deck. If I go white tiger demon here, I win what other lane the card goes to. I'm adding 7 points over here. The Darkhawk, I think, has a base. Is Darkhawk base of 3 or base of 4? I feel like it's base of 3, but now I'm uncertain. I'm going to go check. Base of 3. So then I've got 6 cards in my deck. That would give it, it's 12. It goes to, so we don't really want to play that many points into this left lane in case this is the lane they go for. But if it's not, then it's great. God, that's annoying. I just don't know where they're playing their final card here. Weird glitch. Okay, can you just let me pull this back? I think I'm doing this. I'm going to regret this choice later. Okay, I thought I hit the activate button, but it wouldn't let me, so let's just do the press and hold option. Let's see it. I don't know. This is weird. I don't know which is the correct answer right now. We win the mid if the white tiger is mid, which, by the way, I love that white tigers all of a sudden become like a really playable card with the singular point of power buff that they gave the tiger spirit. Pretty cool. I don't know. This is interesting. We'll see what happens here. Wait, what? Were they AFK? That took a while for them to do stuff. Did they, like, crash or something? Were they just that upset over me having stats? I don't know. I'm not one to look a gift horse in the mouth. We're taking those dubs. Those dubs? Yes, I said those dubs. Hopefully I didn't flub those words. Gosh, I'm such a flubber. All right. Again, snap me if ya can. So Jotunheim I don't mind very specifically because I have Cersei. Because I do have Cersei, it does mean that Jotunheim doesn't have as much of like an impact on us. The transformations don't keep those power bases or whatever, like the power modifications they've gotten. So it does mean that Awesome Andy is actually pretty solid in that lane. We can go probably Rhino next. They're going to get priority just from this lane. Or we play Merlin, like I said. I didn't say that at all, actually. I'm just lying because I wanted to save face. Merlin is going to be good here. I don't have a Red Guardian like target currently. I'm going to snap. They've played nothing so far. And it feels like I just have more stuff currently going on than they do. So let's go Omega Sentinel. We're just going to wait and see what they're doing here. I currently have no idea what they're playing. All right, here we go. We have finally something. Of course it's Mr. Negative. Now, I would love to get Mobius if I can. Mobius is going to be making a really large difference for us. We're going to be changing this location, but I'm changing it, I think, with this bit. I'm going to polymorph as well. Yeah, I am. Let's see if I regret this choice. What are we getting here? I get a Djinn in my hand. Okay. Rhino and Merlin get some extra points. Swordmaster hits Cersei. I am Iron Man. Oh, I hate it here. How dare you? Oh, you know what's funny? The highest power enemy card currently is Iron Man. And then I can Red Guardian it just to guarantee that nothing good will come from it. Then I'll polymorph, Omniversal Presence, throw a rock down and a Djinn and call it a day. That's hilarious. That's kind of funny. I like this. This was really cool. They played nothing, which I'm not going to complain about because I got to play cool stuff. Let's see this. So they've got... Quicksilver. I can play Rhino. Honestly, could I go a Quake over here? I feel like I want to go Quake as the next one. I'm just going to play Quake here. Oh my gosh, and we get to turn that off too? That's so funny. That's a blast. I love that for us. Deep space just does nothing for them? That's so good. God, I love that. I'm gonna go Mega Sentinel on this lane, I think. I don't even hate the Stardust, honestly. Like, it's... Do I get rid of Stardust? I think I'm supposed to get rid of Stardust, but I don't know how much I really hate Stardust here. I'm going to activate Omega Sentinel. I'm going to play a Nico, I think, in this lane. I don't care much about this copying ability, but I can Cersei this lane, and I think that's more important here. That's a good play from them. I don't love it. I mean, so I can just Cersei mid. Cersei mid into just playing a demon here, I think just wins the game. Now they could just not play the Galactus first steps, which I think is a real shout. But I also think we outpower a lot of the stuff they're currently doing. I think right now we're winning every single lane. Biggest thing that could change stuff is, oh, let's see what we get here. Come on. That's, ooh, are we okay? We're okay, never a doubt. Let's go. I love it. Sorry about that, Galactus. This is a blast. Are we gonna hit infinite with this deck? We could hit infinite with this deck. Like, this is, I think I've just been cruising this whole time. I love it. Is this a bot? It could be, maybe not, I don't know. Call me maybe. Let's go Surge then. Let's go Mobius. We don't know what they're playing. No, let's not go Mobius. Let's go Awesome Andy into Merlin. All right, now we can play Mobius on this turn. Mobius. Activate Awesome Andy. I then just play a polymorph over here. Do I play the Nico now? It's unfortunate I'm not getting another Surge trigger, but I do believe this is correct. Mobius should be real. And then Awesome Andy just gets to undo stuff. Oh! We bring a Surge out, which only gets a +1 because of our Mobius, which is a great deal. I'm just gonna go ahead. I'm gonna snap here. Okay. I'm gonna go Mega Sentinel. Omniversal Presence. I'm gonna go Hood instead. Can I hit the Gwenpool, I think is what I want to hit here? It's a Scarlet Spider. I don't have priority anymore. Actually, I'm still hitting Gwenpool no matter what, unless they do something to merge with this. I think that's still probably where I'm putting my points in. I can activate this just to hit the highest power card wherever it is, which is a big deal. I can go double Omniversal Presence to put some points into Merlin, but I don't know if I really want to. I still could. It could still be fine because I can go Rhino, Demon. Omniverse, Nico. But I think I'm putting too many points in this lane right now because, you know what? Am I actually? Because with the Omega Sentinel, I feel like that's actually fair. Also, they're going to get the Scarlet Spider. This could be a massive, massive mistake. I think it's anything, the Nico goes in this lane. So I want to fight for there. That's what I'm doing. Brood. Human Torch. All right, so I'm still hitting Gwenpool. Which actually I think is going to be enough to win. Unless an Omniversal Presence screws me over here, I think I'm okay. Just don't screw me over. Just don't be something that makes me lose the game. Yeah, I think we win. Because Human Torch is going to get +4 here, but that's not enough to win the game. I mean, I don't think, this is not a deck I typically am seeing any bots actually run, so this feels like a real opponent. We just beat him. I'm not complaining about that. Great Portal is it's a location to start off with. Crossbones is interesting. I don't hate it, but I also really don't love it. Again, we can just kind of play Hood on turn 1 for now. There's a chance that you may want to wait until you have enough, like, so we have 3 ways to get rid of the Hood here. We have Nico, which requires you playing Nico first. Thusly, she appears. She heard her name being called. I'm gonna actually go Demon into Nico in this lane. We also then have Merlin to turn the Demon into something different. I don't think it's a bot. Looks like a couple of real variants. I don't know. This looks like real cards. It could be, right? I could easily be wrong here. But these seem like more like actual people. I don't know, the way this game's been going out so far. Play Surge there. You've got a Mobius? Well, so do I. Go Mega Sentinel here for now. I can play Crossbones in this lane. Do I care about that? It's actually not bad, especially with Rhino. Let's go Cersei here. I should have played Omega Sentinel in that lane, but here we are anyway. Actually, because of that, do I just kind of play it that way? I play Cersei here because, shoot, I messed up in the Omega Sentinel lane. We'll see this bit go through. Elsa? What are we doing? What are we playing on the final turn here? They're playing Cannonball. They're playing Cannonball and what's her face? Kitty Pryde. So if I go, I think if I just go Crossbones here, Rhino here, I'm safe. Because even if they Cannonball me here, I should still win this game. I'm going to go down. If they played actually if they did play Kitty Pryde in that left lane, I lost. If they play Kitty Pryde left, I lose. Yeah. If they play Kitty Pryde in a different lane, I would have lost there. But against just them trying to do a lot of tech stuff, didn't mind it. The early Electra really helped. And them insisting on playing in this lane, I think, really also mattered. If, again, they just play Kitty Pryde to the left lane, we do lose that entire game. Because, for one, they get extra points there, and Lizard goes down here. And because we just did not play for the middle at all. But I had a blast. I like this deck. I had a lot of fun with it. I should probably give y'all a little bit of a breakdown of this deck because, I don't know, it's better to show off a cool deck than to sit on it for forever, right? I mean, this deck was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed being able to put down a bunch of cards that were, I don't know, they felt all fun together. Felt like I could put some real points onto the board each and every time. And the new cards were cool. I don't know if they swung entire games, but I loved being able to use them as a body to do other things with them later on as well. Awesome Andy is a 2/5 basically, but then I basically just turned into 4 points of power and then also turned into a 3-cost card in one of those games. And then Omega Sentinel becoming a 5-cost is very good. Not to mention, of course, White Tiger being a really great Cersei target and the Hood being great Cersei targets. Two really good things about this list is that you can also use Merlin to polymorph these cards. They both have pretty low base power, but you can really pull them up really heavily, and it was a lot of fun. Mobius just a good card to use. Rhino putting down just a lot of points, and also was nice in order to make it that we could have just an additional target for either the once in futures or the polymorphs, right? Like there's a lot of that stuff. Quake can steal games as per usual. And I love the fact that White Tiger's playable. And Nico and Surge and Merlin, honestly, are all just good cards. And Red Guardian has fallen a little bit from his meta dominance at a 3/3. I say meta dominance. I don't know if he was maybe meta dominant, but he's definitely fallen a little bit. But at the same time, the deck's also really fun. I really enjoyed it. Like I said, so you want to be able to typically use Hood if you can. I like to use it early, but you can also try to hold and wait for a second to see if you have a way to either destroy it and then draw 2 cards with Nico's ability, or you can also try to turn into another demon. You've got potential there. You don't really obviously want to turn either Awesome Andy or Omega Sentinels into demons or use them on that mode because they are abilities that need to exist in order for their trigger to work, and Cersei is a really good payoff there. I will say, if you are specifically trying to do stuff with Awesome Andy and Omega Sentinel, and this list looks interesting, I do believe that Cersei is a necessity, and I also agree that Merlin is a necessity. I know that they are both more expensive cards, but at the same time, their ability to transform the cards into something potentially better matters a lot. Like, I cannot overemphasize how much that was a big deal for us. So I'm going to say straight up, you do want those cards. If you do not have them, I don't know if you could easily play this deck. I wouldn't probably recommend it. If you don't have Surge, you can just try to do a different card that just is good stats, whatever. Another card I was thinking about potentially was using either a Black Cat or a Hydra Bob. Either one of those would have been solid. Nico, I said it before, I'll say it again. If you do not have Nico, get Nico. She's a great card, and you are wasting your time by not getting her. And then Red Guardian, I would probably say, again, it's probably not needed. You could probably swap it in with either like a rogue, or maybe you could use Super Adaptoids coming out later this month, or you could potentially even go with a, what's it called? Or who's the other guy I'm thinking of? Rogue, Super Adaptoid, or Luke Cage. Luke Cage is also interesting because there is a good amount of affliction in the meta, but because Omega Sentinel exists. But at the same time, Red Guardian does have a little bit of synergy with Cersei and Merlin that you can just turn him into a 4-cost card, and there aren't many detrimental 4-costs, so I do like turning him into that, but you again lose that opportunity. There's an opportunity cost if you take that away, so keep that in mind. However, there are obviously 2 brand new cards in this deck, Awesome Andy and Cersei. Wait, no, shoot, not Cersei. This is Omega Sentinel. It's not Cersei. Cersei's been here for a second. Awesome Andy and Omega Sentinel. Let's talk about those 2 real quick as well. If you are looking for interesting ways to play these cards, I did really enjoy that because then they're just not dead pieces on the board afterwards. But in terms of just legitimate replacements, I'm going to hit that first and we can talk about these 2 cards. I do think that for Awesome Andy, you could probably go with, you can maybe try Herbie. Herbie's kind of similar, but he's not as good of a target for Cersei, so that could become a little bit worse. But if you are missing for what's worth both Awesome Andy and Omega Sentinel, this could be more of a destroy Firehair Phoenix Force deck with White Tiger. Maybe throw in Ironheart, and Ironheart is another great target as well for Awesome Andy or for Omega Sentinel. And Awesome Andy was a really cool card. I think out of the 2 cards in this deck, the new ones, right? You have both Awesome Andy and you also have Omega Sentinel. I mean, Omega Sentinel was good in the games where you can do some fun stuff, but also it never felt like it was extremely consequential. Now, we definitely have 1 games off of her back, and I could be entirely mistaken here, but I don't know I feel like if you have to choose between 2 of them, I probably would be not choosing Omega Sentinel. Maybe it's blasphemy there, but you can sub this out, right? For, again, an Ironheart could be another interesting shout, or if you want to have something else that could just put points onto the board, your options look a little bit different. There's a weird place where I was also considering like a leader, or you have another way to cheat stuff out with, maybe you can go a Jubilee, but there's reasons why I'm not recommending that, and hopefully that's obvious. It could be. I just don't want to. I just want to say that that's the best target there for either one of those 2. But in general, these 2 cards were both really fun. I really enjoyed both of them. If you're personally wanting my recommendations on each of them, I think they're both. I'm actually kind of surprised that Awesome Andy feels more playable than I gave him credit for. Just as a 2/5, felt good, right? It wasn't anything to break the game, but at the same time, it felt really nice just to get additional points of power on the board. And then also, him just turning into a better card, a 3-cost, a 4-cost, depending on how many times you're getting these triggers, really felt nice. I liked him a lot in that ability. He felt really good there. And again, in a similar way, Omega Sentinel also felt really good using the activate and then getting that additional benefit of a different card afterwards. I really liked both of these cards. They were both really fun. And this deck might no longer even be a good idea once we get Jocasta, who is the card at the end of the month who basically as an activates all the cards at her location again. So yeah, it's a pretty big deal potentially, and that could change up everything else. But for now, this is a really fun list, and if you want my personal recommendation, I think they're both fun. I don't know if I would say either one of them is worth it just to go for on your own, right? But I don't think either of these two cards, neither Omega Sentinel nor Awesome Andy, I think are disappointments were you to say get them out of a Series 4 snap pack. If that happens, honestly, I'd be happy. I think they're both at least interesting and can be cool cards. I don't see them easily replicated by other abilities, which is also another interesting shout when you're looking for new cards. You can kind of do some stuff that's similar to them, but there isn't a card that is one-to-one with these guys, and I like that a lot. So, personal recommendations are, this is a fun list. It's up to you whether or not Awesome Andy and Omega Sentinel are going to be personally just what you want. But if you do have those cards and you were looking for a list, look no further. Hope you enjoyed the video. Appreciate y'all hanging out. See you soon. I think we got to mess with Sparky. Sparky's a card that, it looks like a lot of fun, and I need to keep doing some stuff with. Although it's been a little bit, like, glitchy and, like, buggy. So I gotta wait till that gets fixed, I think, until I can really do more stuff there. Hopefully it's soon. But see y'all soon. Appreciate you, and I'll talk to you around, hopefully tomorrow, for a Sparky video. Peace out.